Hey there, fellow travelers. Ready for an adventure? Pack your bags because we're heading to Seattle. This gem of the Pacific Northwest is waiting to steal your heart. Why do they call it the Emerald City, you ask? It's all about those lush green parks and forests. Even in the heart of the city, you're never far from nature. Now I know planning a trip can be overwhelming. Where to go? What to see? Don't worry, I've got you covered. This guide is your ticket to the best of Seattle. We'll hit the iconic spots, uncover hidden gems, and stuff our faces with amazing food. From towering landmarks to quirky neighborhoods, from mouth-watering seafood to world-class museums, Seattle's got it all. Ready to dive in? Let's go! All right, let's kick things off with a bang. Or should I say, with a needle. The Space Needle, that is. This iconic structure stands tall in the heart of Seattle, piercing the sky with its futuristic design. This futuristic tower is to Seattle what the Eiffel Tower is to Paris. It's a symbol of innovation and modernity. It's not just a landmark, it's an icon that represents the spirit of the city. Built for the 1962 World's Fair, the Space Needle has been wowing visitors for decades. It was a marvel of engineering back then and continues to be a marvel today. The new all-glass floor on the observation deck, it's not for the faint of heart. Imagine standing 500 feet above the ground, looking straight down. Called the Loop, it slowly rotates, giving you a 360-degree view of the city. You can see everything from the bustling downtown to the serene waters of Puget Sound. Talk about a head rush. It's an exhilarating experience that combines thrill with breathtaking beauty. The views are simply spectacular. You get a bird's-eye view of the entire city, and it's a sight to behold. On a clear day, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier. The majestic mountain stands tall in the distance, adding to the awe-inspiring panorama. And at sunset, oh boy, it's pure magic. The sky transforms into a canvas of vibrant colors, and the city below glows in the twilight. The city lights up like a Christmas tree, with Elliott Bay reflecting the colors of the sky. It's a mesmerizing sight that captures the essence of Seattle. Book your tickets online in advance to avoid the long lines. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this experience. And if you're feeling fancy, have dinner at the rotating restaurant up there, Sky City. The food is as spectacular as the views. It's an experience you won't forget. Dining while the city slowly revolves around you is something truly special. Just remember to hold onto your fork. That rotating floor can be tricky, but it's all part of the fun and charm of the Space Needle. Now, let's head down from the clouds and dive into the heart of Seattle Pike Place Market. This place is a riot of colors, smells, and tastes. First things first, the fish throwing. The fishmongers here don't just sell fish, they put on a show. When someone orders a fish, they toss it across the counter with the skill of an Olympic athlete. It's hilarious, it's exciting, and it's uniquely Seattle. But Pike Place isn't just about fish, it's a foodie's paradise. Fresh produce, artisanal cheeses, warm, crusty bread, it's all here. And the flowers, huge bouquets of the most gorgeous blooms you've ever seen. Head down to the lower levels for quirky little shops selling everything from magic tricks to vintage comics. And if you need a coffee break, skip the line at the original Starbucks and head to Ghost Alley Espresso instead. All right, folks, time to get a little weird. Seattle isn't all about postcard-perfect views and fancy markets. First stop, the Fremont Troll. This guy is 18 feet tall and lives under a bridge. The Fremont Troll is a massive sculpture that looks like it's crawling out from under the Aurora Bridge. And get this, he's clutching an actual Volkswagen Beetle in his hand. Don't be shy. Climb on up and snap a selfie with this concrete giant. Now let's head over to Gasworks Park. It's one of the coolest parks you'll ever see. Picture this. A grassy hill overlooking Lake Union and the Seattle skyline, dotted with rusty old gasworks machinery. On a sunny day, this place is buzzing with activity. People flying kites, having picnics, or just lounging on the grass. Bring a blanket, grab some snacks from a nearby market, and settle in for one of the best picnic spots in the city. Section 5, Coffee and Seafood. Seattle's Culinary Delights. All right, food lovers, this one's for you. Seattle isn't just a feast for the eyes, it's a paradise for your taste buds too. Let's start with the obvious, coffee. This city takes its caffeine seriously. It's the birthplace of Starbucks after all. But forget about your regular latte. We're going straight to the source, the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. This place is like Willy Wonka's factory, but for coffee. Imagine copper pipes snaking across the ceiling carrying freshly roasted beans. The air is thick with the aroma of coffee, and there are more brewing methods than you can shake a stick at. And if you're feeling adventurous, try their coffee cocktails. But man cannot live on coffee alone, though many Seattleites have tried. So let's talk seafood. If you want the full Seattle experience, head to Elliott's Oyster House on the waterfront. Their salmon is so fresh it practically swims to your plate. Section 6. Nature's Playground, Outdoor Adventures. All right, outdoor enthusiasts, this one's for you. If you love the great outdoors, Seattle is a treasure trove waiting to be explored. Seattle might be a bustling city, but it's got a wild side, too. First stop, Discovery Park, a haven for nature lovers. This place is like a slice of wilderness right in the middle of the city. It's a perfect escape from the urban hustle and bustle. Picture this, over 500 acres of forest, meadows, and beaches. It's a diverse landscape that offers something for everyone. The Loop Trail is the star of the show here. It's a must-do for anyone visiting the park. It's about 2.8 miles long and takes you through pretty much every ecosystem the park has to offer. From dense forests to open meadows, it's a journey through nature's best. One minute you're in a dense forest, the next you're looking out over the Puget Sound. The views are simply breathtaking. Keep your eyes peeled for bald eagles. They love hanging out here. It's a birdwatcher's paradise. Head to the West Point Lighthouse. It's one of the park's iconic landmarks. The beach here is stunning, with driftwood scattered about like nature's own art installation. It's a perfect spot for a relaxing stroll. And on a clear day, you can see all the way to the Olympic Mountains. The panoramic views are worth the trip alone. Just don't forget your camera. The sunset views here are Instagram gold. Capture the moment and share the beauty with the world. Just be careful near the edge. Those selfies aren't worth risking your neck for. Safety first, always. Section 7. Island hopping ferry rides to Bainbridge. All right, seafarers, ready for a little adventure on the high seas? Okay, maybe not high seas, but how about a ferry ride? It's a quintessential Seattle experience. Seattle's got a whole bunch of islands, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Each one has its own unique charm and character. And the best part? Getting there is half the fun. The journey itself is an adventure. So hop aboard, we're heading to Bainbridge Island. It's one of the most popular destinations. The ferry ride to Bainbridge is like a mini cruise, minus the cheesy entertainment and overpriced drinks. It's a peaceful and scenic journey. As you pull away from the Seattle waterfront, you get a view of the city skyline that'll make your jaw drop. It's a perfect photo opportunity. The Space Needle, the Great Wheel, those fancy downtown skyscrapers, they're all there posing for your camera. Don't forget to snap a few shots, and if you're lucky, you might even spot some seals or porpoises playing in the wake. Keep your eyes peeled for these playful creatures. Now, once you get to Bainbridge, you've got options. There's something for everyone. You could rent a bike and explore the island on 2 wheels. It's a great way to see the sights and get some exercise. Or if you're feeling lazy, hey, no judgment here, just stroll into town. It's a relaxing way to spend the day. Winslow, the main drag, is like something out of a postcard. Quaint shops, cozy cafes, and friendly locals make it a delightful place to visit. Just don't forget to catch the last ferry back, unless you fancy an impromptu island camping trip. Missing the ferry could turn your day trip into an overnight adventure. And if you time it right, you might catch a stunning sunset on your return trip. The sky lights up in brilliant hues, making the end of your journey just as memorable as the beginning. So, whether you're a local or a visitor, a ferry ride to Bainbridge Island is a must-do. It's a perfect blend of adventure, relaxation, and breathtaking scenery. Section 8. Pop Culture Paradise MoPOP. All right, pop culture fans, this one's for you. We're heading to the Museum of Pop Culture, or MoPOP for short. Now I know what you're thinking. Rick, museums are boring. But trust me, this isn't your grandma's dusty old museum. This place is a celebration of all things cool, from rock and roll to sci-fi and everything in between. First off, let's talk about the building itself. It looks like a giant, colorful blob that crash-landed in the middle of Seattle. Designed by Frank Gehry, yeah, the guy who does all those wavy buildings, it's meant to look like a smashed guitar. And boy, does it deliver. Once you're inside, prepare for sensory overload. There's so much to see and do, you might need a map. Don't worry, they provide one. Music lovers, head straight for the guitar gallery. They've got axes played by everyone from Hendrix to Hart. And speaking of Hendrix, there's a whole exhibit dedicated to Seattle's own guitar god. Section 9. A glass act, Chihuly garden and glass. All right, art lovers, time to feast your eyes on something truly spectacular. We're heading to Chihuly garden and glass. Now I know what you're thinking. Rick, glass? Really? But trust me, this isn't your grandmother's china cabinet. This is glass like you've never seen before. Dale Chihuly, the artist behind all this, is a local boy made good. The indoor galleries are like walking through a dream. Huge, twisting sculptures hang from the ceiling, glowing with vibrant colors. It's like being inside a kaleidoscope.